Hello, Paul Hamilton here from UTB. We're going to make this really great mask here in Procreate. I'm on an iPad Pro 2020 edition. You'll need that to get this AR augmented reality preview down the bottom. And you can see here, if I just give you a quick preview, as I actually draw, it comes up in the reference. So as I'm doing little drawings here, you can see it automatically goes onto my face as a reference with augmented reality. You will need an iPad Pro 2020 to actually do this. So that's just a bit of a pre-warning. So let's get started. We're going to go up to the plus and we're going to select the face paint template down the bottom. There you can see the eye reference, the nose reference, and the mouth reference. There I am there. You can see the preview as I go along. So we're going to go up to the top. We're going to hit our layers tool here, and we're just going to change the background so that you can see it. So we're going to click that on and maybe change it to black. I think that'll give us that nice kind of spacey feel. We're going with a bit of a Star-Lord kind of theme here at the moment. So we've gone up there, we've hit black, that's changed that automatically. Now let's go to our layers or our paint, let's start painting a layer. So we might go down to luminance and actually go down to my favorite, which is like a nebula, beautiful space. We'll probably select something that goes well with our black background. So we might go with like a fluorescent greeny type, but it does come up with different colors in the nebula. We can alter definitely our brushes on the left-hand side there. We can make them nice and big. This is not going to be too polished, this tutorial. You can see here, creates this beautiful, and you can see on my reference, how cool is this? Augmented reality, it kind of comes up straight away. So I've got this nice little blend into my black aspect. And then it's just a case of going up to my paintbrush and selecting some different things. So I might put in perhaps a lens flare or some kind of glimmer stars, some different things, playing around with the different colors. But I do love the fact that I'm using kind of that depth camera on the iPad Pro 2020 edition, and it's coming up instantly. So if I turn my face, you can kind of see those actually coming up. And how good is this in regard to a reference? I might put some more lens flares, might put in some glimmer as well. But how good is this to actually be designing our masks, but also seeing it live in our preview, which is super cool the way that technology is actually going in regard to augmented reality and during that design phase. And so here I'm just having a little bit of a play around and doing some different aspects. So it's really, really cool. If you've got an iPad, remember, a two-finger tap on your screen is the undo button. It's one of my favorite tools in Procreate. And you can see here, I'm just kind of jazzing that up a little bit with some stars and some glimmer. You can play around with the opacity, you can play around with the intensity as well, which is pretty cool. Now, what educational value has this got? Well, if I kind of jump into this one here, we all wear masks, right? And we can use this as a bit of a metaphor. We can get our students designing things that worry them, things that excite them. What's the mask that you're currently wearing in regard to it? So I might have something about feeling trapped. And so I might come up with a metaphor here of this beautiful picture here with like a caged element with my mask. And so all of a sudden I'm bringing in symbolism. I'm bringing in that aspect of what does this symbol or what does this mask mean? And then I can do some literature on it. I might do a descriptive writing task about explaining what are my fears, what is the mask that I'm wearing, and why am I wearing it? What do other people see that I'm actually hiding? And so we can kind of go a little bit deeply in our visual representation of our mask. Something to play around with students, older students, younger students. That kind of visual literacy aspect of it can be incredibly powerful in an educational context. You can see here, I'm just playing with different kind of overlays with my beautiful caged effect, looking at what colors actually look better on my skin tone. So I hope you found that useful, really simple to do. Paul Hamilton here from Using Technology Better.